And I think what you guys are doing at Sengate is an amazing progress, right? You came here, you had some meetings, you have some coffees, and you get closing some huge deals. So what I would recommend, depending on your budget, is to maybe come here, come to Argentina, come to whatever country you're focusing, and start talking to as many people as you can, and you, you will be weeks ahead or months ahead of where you were before just by talking with people.
So a project, just like we did, right? Just like what I did, going over there, kind of figuring it out, having people like you help us out, obviously helped us out a lot before I went over there. But if a project wants to go and expand into LATAM, expand into Argentina, and then just into the region, what suggestions do you have for them? How do they do it? How do you see it playing out?
I think in my experience, I don't know if this was my case on just blockchain or just Latin America. You just start talking to as many people as you can. If you don't have the funds to go there in person, try to do it virtually. If you don't, maybe you can try hiring someone on the spot itself, and just talk to people. You'll get so far with just talking with the right person. So if you get the right people on a call, you can create $1 million companies, right? And I think what you guys are doing at Sengate is an amazing progress, right? You came here, you had some meetings, you have some coffees, and you get closing some huge deals. So what I would recommend, depending on your budget, is to maybe come here, come to Argentina, come to whatever country you're focusing, and start talking to as many people as you can, and you you will be weeks ahead or months ahead of where you were before just by talking with people.
Yeah, that's a very good point. So, sorry, Brian, I'll let you jump in there in a minute, but that's a very good point. It's actually something that I was kind of skeptical about, but then I just figured it out. Or at least I think I did. You go to a LATAM, you go to Argentina, and like somebody knows somebody. Always, there's always somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that can help you out.
Sorry, isn't
And
that the case on the rest of the world, or is it only in
it's
Argentina,
not.
Latin America?
So in the rest of the world, it's usually bullshit.
Okay.
Like 90% of that is bullshit. In Argentina, it's not really. I mean, not really. There's a lot more viability there. People are a lot more hungry, and they're not trying to pull a fast one on you. They really are. Like I'll give you an example. Right, we were in Salta, and we were renting a car to go to Jujuy, I think. For those who don't know, those are provinces in Argentina. And so the car rental guy, Kufa, Facundo, the who works for us for Zengate Argentina, um, he started talking to the guy who brought us the car, right? And turns out that this guy is doing some like masters or something on EV and recycling technologies, and can connect us to like scientists that can help us with with exploring sustainability in EV, in EV and lithium sourcing. And it's like just at random, is this guy who brought us the car just happens to know this other guy, and he just happens to be in this program, and it just all connects. It's really amazing. And the access, if you are serious over there, I just feel like it. And again, Lucas, don't I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, because I got really excited being over there, because you just have all this amazing access to everything. If you say the right things, of course. If you're really there, not to, because also people are like, I think over there they can kind of tell a lot faster if you're full of crap or not, right?
Yep.
There's a lot, like the bullshit meter is really good,
We
right?
are used to it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of like, if you start the bullshit, they're gonna be like, okay, no, get out of here. But if you don't, I mean, like, and again, this is not like to, um, to name drop or anything, but I was literally like, I mean, like an inch away from meeting the president. That's how much access you have. We had a meeting with one of his advisors, and unfortunately, President Malay wasn't available because he was giving his State of the Union that day. So
Yeah, just given the State of the Union, yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
like,
it was an important date. Yeah,
yeah, well, the day I'm talking about, right? And they
yeah,
still
yeah.
try to squeeze us in. They still try, it's like, okay, we can give you 5 minutes, but we don't know when. It didn't happen, obviously, but it was like on the brink of happening. And this is, again, because if they see real opportunity, they'll give you access. They'll say, okay, go for it, see what you can do. They won't try to like gatekeep. And well, maybe, I'm sure there's some gatekeeping everywhere, but I mean, it just doesn't feel like, it feels like everybody, when they see something viable, they go for it and they give you access because they know it's going to be better for them as well. So yeah, it's very, it's very refreshing to see that, because like I said, in an environment where there is perceived openness, there's quite a lot of bullshit. And LATAM just doesn't it seems a lot more like straightforward about it. And I mean, I know, do you have anything to add about that, Brian?
Well, I want to ask Lucas a question just based off of what you were saying, right? You gave me kind of like the highlight part of your story while you were in Argentina. You find that most people don't bullshit over there, right? And their bullshit level or meter is pretty high. What really stood out with you while working with industries and corporations kind of over there in Argentina with their reception? What kind of stood out to you mostly? Dan says it's the bullshit meter for
I
him.
think I,
So
I think actually is what Dan said is spot on. Is if you talk with the right people, those people will take you where you need to go, right? If you already have a decent enough product, and if you have a well prepared idea of where you want to go, or at least um, what he was talking, if you're not talking shit, if you actually know what you're talking about, people will take you seriously. And I think that's the case also in Argentina, that when we people from outside the country can come to us, we are very open to that, and even we we are giving more priority to people outside of the country. So yeah, if you got with a good idea and you talk with the right people, you will definitely move forward.
and it seems like the government is real. They're not pushing away blockchain, right? They're accepting it. And a lot of them we see, Cardano being celebrated down in Argentina, a lot of different places. What has been your interactions with different governments, right? We heard Dan kind of got really close to, and I can't say who he actually met with, but got pretty close to the president, right? What is kind of your actions like with the government down there? What's their response?
Well, I try to talk with as many people as possible throughout the last year. With Dan coming here, but other companies like IoG coming here, we got the opportunity to talk with a lot of people from the public sector. It was very fun, talking about Cardano to government leaders. We got to meet with secretaries, ministers, congressmen, everything, and the reception has been great. I think there is a big issue to tackle on the actual. Okay, let's go out from the ideal world to actually talk about how we make stuff. And I think that's the case for the overall blockchain industry. So, okay, yes, we like the technology, we see the potential for it, but now bring me solutions. And I think that's where we, as an ecosystem, if we are seriously about going to Argentina and developing government solutions to Argentina, okay, who is building government solutions, right? So there is a big point over there to say, let's build the stuff, let's build the prototype, the proof of concept, whatsoever, and people are receptive to talking about it. And also something to keep in mind, well, in every country is the different parties, right? Um, Milei is only half of the country. There's the other half of the country which doesn't feel represented to him. Besides ideology, I think we should talk to everyone. And it's also Milei can push blockchain or entrepreneur measures as a government, but then you can also talk with the provinces, you can talk with the municipalities, there are ways you can talk with the Senate. You can talk with the House. So there are many people that are interested into that. It's not only the government is pushing this. It's a whole branch of different organizations of people that want to make this succeed. And at least in my point of view, what I think we did best is we tried to talk to as many people as possible.